Dear students, today we read Unit 3 of our lesson Our Runaway Kite. In the previous unit last part, we read that Philippa and Claude flied the kite and the kite had sailed away over to the mainland. Now we start Unit 3 first paragraph. A month later, a letter came for father. A month later, before that incident, when they sailed away the kite, after 1 month, a letter has come into their lighthouse for their father. After he finished reading it, his eyes looked as if he had been crying. And when their father finished reading the letter, his eyes were looking as if he was crying. That means his eyes were filled with tears. Do you want to know what became of your kite? He said. Then father asked them that if they wanted to know what became of their kite. As you know, their kite had sailed away to the mainland, and now father had asked them, do you wanted to know what happened with your kite? Then he sat down beside us and told us the whole story. Then he sat beside Philippa and Claude and started to tell the story behind their kite. What happened their kite? The kite had sailed away to the mainland, as you know. But what happened after then? Their father started to tell the story. Okay, this is the first part. Now we start the second paragraph of Unit 3. Father had a brother and a sister. As you know that before this incident, Philippa and Claude knew that they had no relations except their father. But when the letter came home and their father began to tell the story of their kite that had sailed away into the mainland, their father told that his father had a brother and a sister. He had quarreled with his brother and left home. And he also told that his father had quarreled, and that means he was not in the same opinion with his brother and his sister. So they were quarreling, and their father, that means Philip and Claude's father, left home. He gave up his home. Years afterward, he felt sorry, and when he went back, years afterward, that means many years later, he felt sorry in his heart. Then his anger calms down and he felt sorry for what he had done with his brother and sister. Then he came back to his home where they were living together with his brother and sister. Then when he came back home, he found his brother had died and he couldn't find his sister. He found his brother had died. He came to know that his brother, with whom he had quarreled, was already died, and he couldn't find his sister, and he could not find his sister, his little sister. So it was the second para.